So welcome to today's session. For this session, we'll cover two things. One will be advanced filter option. Then on the second session, we'll cover tables. Okay. So based on yesterday's class, we looked at functions. We looked at the filter command where we're able to filter, we're able to sort, and we also talked about the slicer, which is an advanced form of filter. So with Office 2021 or Microsoft 365, we have another function for filtering, which we'll look at. For Cheryl, I'd like you to do this. I want you to have some columns. How many columns? 1, 2, 6. 6 columns. Yes. You can add them here. Highlight from IJ. And let me just show you a quick way. Highlight from IJ. Yes. Highlight IJ up to P. Scroll to the left. Yes. Okay, why are you moving to the right again? Yes, I want you to highlight this from IJ. Yes, just bring your cursor on top. No. Bring your cursor next to I, column I, yes. Then left click, drag up to P. No. Yes, when you're there, yes, yeah, that way, up to P. Then right click, then click on insert. Yes, I think that would be enough. So with the filter function, it gives us the option of not having to use the auto filter button, but rather a function to do the same. So let's go to I. First of all, you can copy what? You can copy the labels A1 to G1, A1 to G1. Copy them, then paste them from I. A1 to G1. Yes, then paste them. Copy, paste. I've shared with you the PDF on what's it called? Keyboard shortcuts. So you can look at them, try play around with them, etc. Okay, so we want to use this filter function. For our case, I want you to put in is equals to. For those who have lower versions, do not worry. At least now you'll know. Then when you update your version or when you purchase one, you will not be stuck. Filter. And comma. Then the array. The array is the range of cells that you want to filter. Is the range of cells that you want to filter. So
why comma?
Yes.
You've said comma.
Sorry,
why?
I meant bracket. Open the bracket. Okay. That's okay. Then A2 to, is it G222? Okay. Then comma. Then we want to filter based on, let's say we want to filter based on location. That is from Draper to Sugar House. So C2 to C122. Comma. No. Don't, no, comma. Type in is equals to, we only want to see people from Draper. Open quotation marks. Sorry about that. Is equals to, then open quotation marks, Draper. Draper. Then, after you've done that, close the brackets. And press enter. Okay. All right. So that's the filter function. It's very easy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. So so let's say, for example, you want to filter based on different items, what do we do now? Yes, I'll teach you, for those who are not there for the Google Sheets class. Let me teach you on data validation so that all of you can at least know how to do data validation on Excel. Do this, delete, highlight from I something. Yeah. First of all, delete what? Try moving this. Try moving I highlight. Yes, highlight all of it. All of it up to O.
From
I
I1
to
or
O. From I2. From I2. Yes, up to O. Or simply do this. I think this is better. This is better. Let's do this. Click on I2, copy that function. Double click on the function, copy all of it. Just copy all of it. Then after you've copied it, we delete it. Control C. Yes. Once you've done that, delete. Yes, then press enter. Yes. Now I want you to do this. I want you to move I2. Highlight I1 to O2. Bring those headers here. All of them. Move them. Do not copy, just drag. Left click, drag. So for you to move, you must make sure, highlight, you must make sure that your cursor becomes pointed. Move to the edges of that, the range that you've highlighted. Okay, yes. No, that's not pointed. Yes, that one. Left click, move down. Awesome. Then do this. Go to I, this is what, I something. And then paste. I think it's still there. Is equals to, then paste. Oh, it has, oh, it's no longer there. It's okay. Okay, do this. Okay. Just relax. Relax, just a moment. I want us to to take a detour. So we have something called the data validation, where we use data validation to prescribe. Ideally, if you are sharing your documents, or you have a prescribed list that you want someone to pick from, or a prescribed way of how data needs to be entered in your Excel. So you can always use the data validation. How does the data validation work? I want you to click on I1, type in country. Oh, location. Then there on location, on J2, I want you to do this. On J1, sorry. I think I've not had lunch, that's why. Go to data. Yes. Then you have under data tools, you have data validation. Have you seen it? Yes. So just a moment, don't do anything. Pick from a list of rules to limit the type of data that can be entered in a cell. For example, you can provide a list of values 1, 2, 3, or only allow numbers greater than 1000 as valid entries. Okay, so if you have a framework, like maybe for numbers, phone numbers, they cannot be less than 10. Okay, something like that. So click on that data validation. So under settings, the data validation appears, dialog box appears. We have settings, we have input message, we have the error alert. Now, by default, every cell allows any value. They are impartial. Any value you want, you will be able to allow it. Okay, then we have the input message where you put your message, then the error alert. Should someone fail to meet your rules, you give them the error alert. Then if you don't need the validation again, you come back to this place and clear all. Okay, so I want you to click on this this arrow that is pointing down, the drop down arrow. Then these are the probable things you'd be interested in. By default, as I've said, is any value will be entered in Excel. But let's say you want a whole number, or any entry should have a decimal or a list or a date or a time or a text length or custom. Something particular to what you need. You can pick from this. I want us to click on list. Okay, then after we've clicked on list, we already know the locations that are available on our list. There are 4. So here, if you had your list somewhere else, like probably in a range between A1 to A4, you could click on this arrow. But for our case, they are all over, but we know the range. We know the particular items that one can enter for location. So I want you here, type in the locations. There are 4 on the source, under source. Yeah, there. Draper, comma, Sandy, comma, South Jordan, comma, Sugar House. Okay, then let's look at input message. I said that's where you inform someone. Then you can title it, may you know, I'm a FYI. You can just type in FYI. Then input a message. Only enter valid locations from the list. then error alert. Then should someone come there and maybe put in Huruma, where I was born from, you can give them that, you can choose a style, then you can title that style. So choose from the ones that are there. So you have stop, warning, or information. Then maybe you can pick one, maybe pick warning. So then title, warning. Just title it warning. Then error message. You can type in mkuu, enter data that is relevant. Okay, then click OK. All right. Now, when you click on J1, you have the list of the locations. You see, you have only enter valid information from the list. Type in Huruma. Present. You see? So, it's not, the Excel will not twist you. So if you want to enter that data, you can still press continue. Then you can, it will still enter. But most of the time, people will have to go back to J. Yes. So you can continue or no, then you follow the rules that were prescribed. Okay. It's not a death situation. So from that list, I want you to choose Jordan. Yes, South Jordan. Click on this drop-down menu. Yeah. Yes, you have the list of all those. Okay. So let's write our formula. Come to I. This is I5. 5. From I5, type in is equals to filter. The array is A1 to G to 22. Or A2 to G22. Then comma, we want to filter by location, that is C2 to C222. Then is equals to then type there. Do not open quotation marks. We have all the locations on J1, so just click on J1. That's not it. Yeah. Then close the close. Yes. So that is it. Okay. Okay. So if you need you want to see the locations based on maybe Draper, click on J1. Change it to Draper. You see, based on it's called what? The data validation. It makes your data more interactive. Okay, South Jordan. Oh, we already had South Jordan. Change it to Sandy. Okay, so that is it. Yeah. So that is the filter function. Okay. All right. Okay, so no screenshot there. We'll talk about screenshot when all of us have the same functionality. I think that is it. I want us to do this.
Quick question.
Yes.
Can you use this, say, if you had like from a wider set of data, say for example, like the one we were doing yesterday, where we input the slicers, which had the year, the location, and was it the year, the location, and some other things. So say if I wanted to do the same on year, location, and that other column that we had,
Yes,
can I
yes, yes.
the same method? So that maybe on J1 I had the year, and then on K1 I had the location.
Okay. So
Is
you're
that
saying
possible?
if this filter function can filter based on a multiple criteria.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. That can happen. That can happen.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's filter. We will use what will we use? What do we have? Okay. So on K, I think K. Do you have the names of all the? Okay. Yes. Let's on K1. K1. Put in data validation. Go to just just type in here. Type here on K1 here. Or instead, yeah, that's okay. Do this. Move this here to I2. I2. Move the ear to I2. Press enter, then just move it. Okay. You decided to. It's okay. Then on that, that is J2. That is J2. Put in all the years. The years were 2017, 2018, 2019. So go to data. Then put in the validation. Choose a list. And 2017, 2018, 2019. No, you don't need to do that now. With the other one was for example. Now already you know what you can do. And click OK. So, yes, you have all those options. Choose 2017 for now. Okay, it's giving us that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Okay. So go to our formula. It's on I4. Is it I4? Yes. Now, for our case, what we will do before table 2, before table 2, open bracket, table 2, the second one, the criteria, the words, yes, after the comma, open bracket, then after J1, after the bracket after J1, put in asterisk, no, after the bracket, asterisk, no, the last bracket, just where you are, yes, asterisk, then open bracket. So we'll be filtering based on two things, location and year. So highlight from C, this is D2, the year is on column column E. Column E. Yes. 2 is equals to what we have on J2. J2. Then close. Okay. Close the bracket, then close the other bracket. Okay. So when that happens, if we are on the same, if you are filtering based on like two things, maybe you're filtering, just a moment. Okay. Okay, if you're filtering based on two items that are on the same row, you'll use a plus sign. But if you're filtering on based on two different columns, like right now we have the location column and the year column, so you'll use the asterisk. Okay, so if we were filtering on location, like two locations like South Jordan and something else, we would use a plus sign instead of the asterisk. Now press enter. Yes. Okay, so that is it. You can change also the year. Yes. Okay, Mark, are we good? Thank you for that question.
Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. All right. So let's go back to what we're supposed to look at today. We're supposed to look at what we call advanced filter. Advanced filter. Advanced filter. So that was the filter function. We looked at slicer. We look at the advanced filter. I want you to, I don't know. For our case, delete what we have on I2. On I4, sorry, not I2, this one, the function here. So for those who do not have the 2021, now we are about to change course so that everyone can get it. So delete that. I think we're done with that. Just delete everything and press enter. All right. So with the advanced filter, most of the times you'll find that Excel filters on a condition that we call the unconditional. That if we are supposed to filter, like, for example, click on C4. Just click on C4. Click on C4 or any place in that data. Then do this. Filter for Draper. Click on table design. Click on table design. Notice for, don't know why it's doing that, but we should be having an option here called filter out bundle. Okay, it's okay. Click on home to see if we can have it. Come to this option. Filter. Yes. Filter for one of the locations. So let's say we're interested in South Jordan. Okay. Then we're also interested in 2019. Okay. That's it. So most of the times you will find that with the filter function, the auto filter function, it does not give room for what we call or conditions. Let's say if you are looking for either what's it called? South Jordan or year 2019. What we've done would not suffice. Right now, one condition must be true so that the other can be true. Okay, our first condition was it has to be South Jordan. Then after that, 2019. But if we have an or condition, that is where South Jordan or 2019, we would the auto filter function would not work. That's where auto advanced filter comes into play. So go to the data tab. Go to the data tab. So with the data tab, under the sort and filter function, there's one called advanced. Okay, so the advanced filter helps because it is flexible, and with any type of criteria you put in, the advanced filter will be able to work. Okay, so with the advanced filter, it is best used because of the OR criteria for a single column, which is not directly supported by the auto filter. Okay, so click on cancel first of all. Yes, clear the filters. Clear the filters. There is the option of clear the filter there. Yeah. Then they clear the filter from location. Then do this. I want you to put in 4 rows just above row 1. So highlight row 1 to row 4. That is A1 to A4. Row 1. You have to be here. Your cursor will change and you will highlight the whole row. Are you seeing where my, yes. So highlight A1 to A4. Then right click. Then insert. Also copy the labels, class, instructor up to fee. Okay, then paste them on A1. Awesome, thank you. All right, so always make sure when you're using the autofill scroll what, when you're using this you're using this advanced filter, there is a row between your data, the data that is being filtered, and the criteria that you put in. Okay, so that's it. So in our case, we want to find people from South Jordan or also classes that took place in 2019. Our criteria are 2, and that is what we'll be looking at. Okay, so what do? I want you to click on South Jordan. Sorry, not South Jordan. C2. Go to C2. C2 there. Then I know I wanted us to put everything here, all the locations. So do this. Let's use the format painter. Click on, this is J what, where we have all the locations. This is J5. Click on J5. That one. Copy. Go to home tab. Go to the home tab. Press escape. Press escape. Yes, click on Home tab. Then click on this Format Painter. Okay. All right. So go to C1. That is C what? Where we have the location. Yeah, on C2. Paste. Just click on there. See if the options are there, all of them. Click on that cell. The options are not there. It's okay. It does not work. So type in South Jordan there. South Jordan. Then for the year 2019. 2019. Okay. All right. So we will filter on this list based on those those criteria. That is the year, the location is South Jordan and the year is 2019. Right? If you need to do anything else, maybe 2019 or 2018, you just put it down here. Okay, you can type 2019, 2018 here. 2018. Okay, so for our case, what will happen? Excel will give us all entries for either South Jordan that meet the criteria South Jordan, or all entries that meet the criteria, the year is 2019 or 2018. All right, so that is where advanced filter comes in, where the normal filter uses an AND criteria that 2 conditions must be true or 3 conditions must be true. The advanced filter uses the OR criteria. So let's do this. Click on the data that you want to filter. So the data that you want to filter is here. Okay, then go to the data tab. Then click on advanced. Okay. So we have this advanced dialog box. Filter the list in place, then list in range. Then you have the option of filter the list in place. That is, it will filter that list and it will be shriveled down to what to the entries that meet that criteria. But I want you to click on copy to another location. Yes. Then the criteria range. Click on the criteria range. Yeah. Then drag this autofilter handle down so that you can be able to see what is on A1 to G2. Scroll up then. Yes, so I light from A1 to G3, G3, G3. A1 to this one. Where we? Yeah. Three. Yes, that's okay. Right, then click on that arrow, the drop down arrow. Then once you've done that, click on copy to, then click here. Here, where the data will be under this class. Are you seeing my pointer? Yes, there. Then click OK. So that is it. So we have the locations are very different. Okay, we also have the years. So anything that meets the two criteria will be shown as you see. Okay, any question? Okay, so just as a reminder, what you need to do is first of all, you you have a criteria range. You have a criteria range that is here. This is the criteria range. So you have to put in the labels. Okay, you have to put in the labels just as they are on this other side. So once that is done, you can either filter in the same list or copy to a new location. What we've done here is copy to a new location. Okay, so when you see that advanced filter, is normally to fulfill the or condition or criteria, right? Okay. If we are good, we can move on to something else. Are we okay? So if you're okay, this will be our screenshot for the day. Filter based on those two conditions, and you can even play with them more. You can choose the class, etc. You can be as creative as you'd want to be. Okay. Right. So that is our work for today. Let's move on to something else. So yesterday I gave you an introduction to tables, and tables are a good way to analyze our data. Okay. So with tables, we have what we call a database based on the table that we have. Normally, click on any cell here. Okay. Any cell on between A5 and G222. Yes, we made our data to become a table. But on this other side, click on any cell. This is a normal range. It is normal as it is. There are not so many functionalities that are available. We cannot do so much as we'd want to. Okay. So with tables, they give us an extra extra functionalities and commands that are not available on a normal range. As this is, it's not a table right now. The data will filled out. It is not a table. It is just a normal range. Okay. So if you need to filter, you have to make sure that the filter buttons are on, etc. But with the table, it gives you those commands very easily. Okay. Yeah. So how do you create a table? We mentioned a number of ways. For a reminder, let's just create a table from this data that we have. So the first way is you're using the quick analysis tool. I think we've already mentioned it several times. So highlight from this is I what? Highlight from I9. Yes, there. I9 to the last cell. I9 to the last cell. Yeah. Okay. Click on the quick analysis tool. Yeah, this one. Have you seen this thing that looks like a thunderbolt? Okay. Highlight the data again. Click on any cell, then yeah, awesome. So yes, highlight the whole data again, just as you had. There's always that option of Control Shift then arrow. Yes, then click on that. Then tables. Table. Then you have the option of tables. Another way of doing the same, okay, that is it. Do not click on it. Another way of doing the same is using the Insert tab. Click on the Insert tab. Insert tab. Yes, so with the Insert tab under the Tables group, you have the option of Tables. Okay. Create a table to organize and analyze related data. The tables make it easier to sort, filter, and format data within a sheet. Okay, they have that option of making our sorting and filtering very easy. Okay, so with that option, then there is the other one. You just use the command Control T, which is the same as what we have here. So where is the data for your table? Then my table has headers, then click OK. Yes. So you see, now we have the auto filter buttons available for us, okay, which are not available until you click on the filter command on the editing group or under the data tab, okay, with a normal range. So with that, we will look at the table design and its functionalities. Click on table design. Okay. Table design. So on the very left, we have the option for renaming the table. You have the option of renaming the table. You can change the name under table 4. The name ranges rules still apply here. Rename it to filtered underscore table. Then press enter. Okay. Press enter. Have you pressed enter? Okay, if you press enter, that's okay.
Yes, yes.
I think there's a lag on my end. Then once you do that, you have the option of resizing the table. Scroll down. Use this scroll option. Yes. If you come to the very end of your table, click anywhere else within this sheet. Based on what you're seeing, just anywhere else. You have this option here. Okay. If you have new data that is probably on row 97, 98, going downwards here, you have new data that has increased and you want it to be included in the table, all you need to do is move that icon, move it down up to there, your data would be included in the table that we now call filtered table. If you have data in column P that you need to be included in your data in this table, you use this that button and you move it to the right, just as Cheryl has. Okay. So with tables, they make it very easy for you to auto refresh. If some data was based on this table, as let's say a pivot table, it will be easily refreshed because it is within one table. It acts as a source, a data source, okay, or a database for our case. And in fact, when you're working with other tools like Power BI, other data tools, it is preferable that your data should be in tables, okay, for easier manipulation, etc. I want you to click on this thing, bring it back here where it was. So you have to move to the left. Yes, so move first to the left, then up. So that you cannot go left and right all at once. You choose either going up and down or left or right. All right? All right. Go back, click on the table design tab. You have to be within the data so that you have that option. Yes. Then we've already looked at resizing. You can click on that option so that you can see. Click on cancel. Sorry, I was talking alone on this other side. So you've seen the easier option is moving that icon, okay, rather than changing the cell references that are there. Then go back to table design. So I'll move very quickly. Under the tools group, we have the option of summarize with pivot table, which we'll talk about tomorrow. You have the option of removing duplicates. So with the table, you don't need to use formulas to remove duplicates. You can easily remove duplicates. You can convert to arrange. Convert to arrange is make it to be back as it was before it became a table. Okay, so it will lose all these functionalities that are available under the table design tab. Okay. Then we have insert a slicer. We looked at how to insert a slicer yesterday. You have the option of exporting. We have also the option of refreshing. Then I want you to do this. I want you to click on header row. Scroll up. First of all, scroll up. Then you will see these options. Yes. So under table design, so uncheck for header row, you see what happens. So when you uncheck, have you unchecked? Yes. So that is what happens. The header row disappears. Then go back to table design. Then check for the header row. Okay. So banded rows and banded columns. Banding is this, you see blue, white, blue, white, blue, white. So you can unband. Okay, then band again. Yeah, then unband. Then you try to see what banded columns mean. Yeah, you see, that is the banding in terms of columns. Then, then uncheck. Then first column, check first column. So you just make sure you just bolding first column, then last column. You're bolding the last column. So that if there's something significant that you want someone to pick out from immediately they see your table, they can, from the first look, pick it out. Okay. If you had total here, like total, you'd maybe use that. Okay, so you can uncheck last column and put banded rows. That is what we are used to. Okay, now scroll down so that you can see the subtotaling within the table. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, no. I want us until we see the last there. Now click on table design, then check for table. So give me just 2 minutes. Check on total row. Okay, so from our side, by default, you can adjust the column width. You have to scroll up to adjust the column width. Left click. Awesome. So by default, it gives us the total of the last column within your table. The total of the last column within your table. That is what happens. You can see the total fee was this one. I want you to click here and the last cell on the location side. So if you wanted to count maybe how many entries are on column that has location, click on this empty cell just under Sandy. Then you'll see a drop down. Click on that drop down. So you have all these options. You can get the average, the count, the number, etc. But for our case, since this is text, location is text, I just click on count. So the entries that are under location are 85. Okay. Now for date, I want you to click on max. Come to this cell. Then we see the last date, max. Okay, so the last date was on 23rd December 2019. Okay, so these are the functionalities that are available using the table. The table, when you put your data into a table, you get that. Okay, go to table, design. We looked at the slicers, then we move, and we call it a day. We have 1 minute. So you have all these options that are available to you in terms of styles. Cheryl, you can pick another style that you like. There's green. I want you to click on this option so that you see the gallery of all the styles that are available. So if you have a color, okay, a color that that appeals to your organization, all right, you can come here on the new table style and pick out what you want. The first row, here we have the whole table format. Okay, click on format. Then you choose maybe purple. Okay, then click OK. Then click OK. So the whole table will be purple. Okay, now click on table design. Then you'll see that option. Click on the gallery, the whole list of gallery. Then you have that option, you see. You have that option. But you can come and adjust it to suit you, to suit your well. Click on this cell. Click on that command. New table style. Now already you know what is the first column, what is the second column strip, what is the first row, the last row. So you can come custom make your own table based on the colors of your organization. Okay, click on cancel. Okay, so you can come and do your own thing, make your own table. Go back to table design and choose your table and call it a day. Awesome. So we are done with the tables. Tomorrow we look at something more exciting called pivot tables. Any question?